You think you know what your cat needs: food, water, maybe a toy or two. But there are 6 things your cat is silently craving right now. Things most owners never think to provide. And the gap between what you're giving and what they actually need? That's where stress, behavioral problems, and broken trust quietly build. Let's fix that. Starting with the one most people get completely backwards. 1. They need a horizontal place to scratch. Most owners buy a vertical scratching post, set it in the corner, and consider the job done. And then they're baffled when their cat tears up the living room rug or drags their claws across the flat seat of the couch. Here's the thing: your cat isn't being difficult. They're telling you exactly what they need, and you're just not speaking the language yet. Cats are divided into 2 types when it comes to scratching: vertical scratchers and horizontal scratchers. Horizontal scratching is an instinct traced back to fallen logs and flat patches of earth in the wild. And scratching isn't even primarily about the claws, it's about scent. Cats have glands in their paws that release something called feline interdigital semiochemicals. Every time they scratch a surface, they're laying down an invisible territorial signature. They are claiming that space as theirs. So when your cat returns to the rug near the front door or the armrest of your couch, they aren't acting out. They're choosing the most socially significant spots in their environment, the places that matter most, and they're marking them. The fix is simple. Get a corrugated cardboard floor scratcher or a flat sisal mat and place it somewhere that actually counts, near the entrance, beside the couch, in front of wherever you sit most. Let them claim it. That's not defeat, that's cooperation. And if this is already making you see your cat differently, subscribe. This channel exists for people who want to understand their cats at a level most owners never reach. 2. They need the hunt to have an ending. If you play with your cat using a laser pointer or a wand toy and then just stop when you get tired, you may be doing more harm than you realize. A cat's brain is wired for a very specific sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill, eat. That isn't a preference. It's a biological script their nervous system expects to complete. When you play with a laser, you're giving them the stalk and the chase, the adrenaline, the focus, the racing heart. And then you put your phone down and nothing. No catch, no kill, no resolution. Behaviorists link this kind of incomplete play to obsessive behaviors and redirected aggression. Your cat didn't suddenly become aggressive or strange. Their nervous system got stuck mid-sequence with nowhere to go. The fix takes about 60 seconds. In the final minute of any play session, swap the laser or the flicky toy for something physical: a small stuffed mouse, a crinkle toy, anything they can actually grab and bite and hold. Let them win. Let them catch it. Then immediately give them a high-protein treat or their meal. That sequence, catch, kill, eat, tells their brain the hunt succeeded. What follows for a cat after a successful hunt is grooming and sleep. You'll notice the difference in how they settle: calmer, satisfied, because they got to finish the story. 3. They need you to stop erasing their scent. Humans are visual creatures. We like things clean, neat, fresh-smelling, and without meaning to, we scrub away the very things that make our cats feel safe. When your cat headbutts you, which is called bunting, they're not just being affectionate. They're merging their scent with yours. They're building what's called a communal scent, the olfactory signature of the group. In a bonded household, everything smells like everyone. That overlap is what tells your cat, this place is mine. These people are mine. I belong here. Every time you wash their bed with a strong detergent, you wipe that out. To you, the bed smells clean. To your cat, it smells like nobody, like a stranger's house. That fresh laundry scent isn't comforting to them. It's unsettling. You can actually deepen this bond on purpose. Dampen your fingers slightly and stroke your cat gently behind the ears. You're mimicking allo-grooming, the way cats groom each other, which is the highest form of social bonding in feline relationships. Most cats will lean into it slowly and then blink at you. That blink means more than it looks like, and we'll get there in a moment. When you travel, don't leave a clean blanket for your cat. Leave a t-shirt you've worn recently. Your scent doesn't just comfort them. It tells them you still exist in their world, even when you're gone. 4. They need a bathroom that actually fits them. Most litter box advice is overcomplicated. It really comes down to two things, and most households fail at both. First, size. The box should be 1.5 times the full length of your cat. Not their body, their whole length, nose to tail. If your cat can't do a complete 360-degree turn inside the box without their nose or tail grazing the sides, the box is too small. Imagine being asked to use a bathroom stall so narrow you can't turn around. You'd avoid it too. Second, quantity. One more box than you have cats. Always. One cat means 2 boxes placed in different locations. This isn't about being overly accommodating. It comes from how cats naturally think. Most cats prefer to use one location for urinating and a separate one for defecating. When those two behaviors get forced into the same box, some cats begin avoiding it altogether. That's not a litter problem. That's a basic spatial need going unmet. One more thing, the covered box. It hides the smell for you. For your cat, it traps ammonia fumes and turns every bathroom trip into something that feels cornered and claustrophobic. Most cats strongly prefer an open-top box. A large, uncovered plastic storage tote works better than almost any product marketed specifically as a litter box. 5. They need you to ask before you touch. Most owners pet their cats too much, too soon, in the wrong places, without realizing they're doing it. There's a pattern called petting-induced aggression, and it's not your cat being unpredictable. It's them telling you something they've been trying to communicate for a long time. Quietly at first, and then with teeth. Before you reach down to pet your cat, try this instead. Extend your index finger about 4 inches from their nose, and wait. If they move toward you and rub their cheek against your hand, you have full consent. If they sniff and look away or simply stay still, they want to be near you but not touched. Both are fine. Both are communication. The mistake is overriding the second response. Now, the slow blink. This is the part most owners miss entirely. When your cat looks at you from across the room and blinks slowly, they are actively communicating. That deliberate, unhurried blink is the cat equivalent of, "I trust you. I am not threatened by you. I am at peace," and they are waiting for you to answer. Blink back, slowly. Hold eye contact gently, then let your gaze drift to the side. Researchers have found that slow blinking from a human genuinely reduces cortisol levels in cats. Your cat isn't just watching you from across the room. They're having a conversation. Most owners never answer. 6. They need height, and they need more than one way down. A single cat tree shoved in the corner of a room is well-intentioned, but it misses the point. To a cat, the floor is exposed territory. Height is safety. Height is control. From an elevated position, a cat can monitor everything below, anticipate threats, and make confident decisions. This is especially critical in multi-cat homes, where lower-ranking cats can feel permanently trapped if a dominant cat holds the only high ground. What cats actually want is what behaviorists call a superhighway, a connected route through a room that never requires touching the floor. Shelves, the tops of bookshelves, the refrigerator, wall-mounted steps. When these are positioned thoughtfully, a cat can move from one end of the room to the other at bird's-eye level. That kind of freedom changes how a cat carries themselves. You can see it. But here's the detail most people miss, even when they do invest in verticality. Every high point needs at least 2 ways down. A cat tree with one route up and one route down isn't a refuge. It's a dead end. If something startles them or another pet blocks the exit, they're trapped. Cats know this. They will avoid high spots that feel inescapable, no matter how high they are. Think about escape routes. Think about paths, not just destinations. Give them the ability to move freely at any height, and you'll watch a more confident, more relaxed cat emerge. One who finally feels like they have full ownership of their space. Most of what cats need isn't complicated or expensive. It's just specific. A surface at the right angle. A hunt that ends properly. A scent that isn't scrubbed away. A box that fits. A blink answered. A path that goes somewhere. These aren't luxuries. They're the baseline. And now you know them.